Alright, here we go. We are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and this is We Love Comics. And I guess I might not be keeping up with the times, so this is something that just passed me by, but there are two movies that are coming out that I was not aware of, and I wanted to show you two comics that are coming out that you might want to order as far as variants are concerned, but you definitely want to get some of the first appearances of these books. Some of them are already pretty expensive, but if people are not aware of this, you never know. And always remember, even if they do, deals are always out there. But while I'm waiting for people to see that I am live, I want to do a quick shout out to one of my subscribers. His name was Rob, or Robert, but he sent me a really nice email, and I really appreciate it, so thank you. But he asked me to do a video about the Dell comics. I don't think I even own any, and I don't really know any of the major history about Dell Comics, so if there's anybody out there who can make a video or knows a place that they can check to learn more about Dell Comics, if you could post that not in the live chat but in the comment section when this video uploads, please post a link or any information about Dell Comics where they can get information, because I would hate to do a video on a subject or a topic that I'm not completely aware of, and since I don't believe I own any comics, I can't even show them. So I appreciate Robert for wanting me to do that video, because he says he trusts my word, but I want to make sure if I'm going to do a video, I'm pretty informed about it. So if anybody has any information on that, if you could post it in the comment section and help Robert out, I'm sure he and other people that might be interested in Dell Comics would appreciate that. Alright, so we got enough people in here right now. I want to welcome everybody. 8 people have already liked it out of 20, so thank you. So let me put on this really quick, because the two variants I'm going to show you, and obviously these are not first appearances or anything, but if you're interested in using Southside Comics, if you use the code WeLoveComics10 when you order, your first time you'll get 10% off of your order. So the information's right here on the screen. It's also in the description. But if you've already used that code, use the code WeLoveComics, and then you could get 5% off of your order, and it's any time after you've used the first one. There is no minimum order, but if you spend $50 or more, you get free shipping. They package above and beyond any place I've ever seen online. They do an incredible job with that, so give them a shot. But let me show you these two variants. Let me put on the Windows capture. There we go. Okay, so I was not aware of this, but Red Sonja and Vampirella are scheduled to get their own movies. If you knew about this, let me know in the comment section. If you didn't know about it, I look at it this way. If one person finds out about it that didn't know about it, to me these videos are always worth making. But it also shows I don't get all the information. Some things pass me by, but these are very limited variants right here, and there's actually a purpose for the first one. I'll show you in a second, but this is Red Sonja number 27. This is a cover by Des Taylor. There's a cover A and a cover B. Now the interesting thing about this is the story from cover A continues with cover B, which is the Virgin variant. So these actually are going to be beneficial to get the whole story, because it's not just two complete reprints of the same story with different covers. It tells the story from cover A to cover B. So cover A and cover B, they're both limited to 500. Normally cover A's alone roughly limit to about 3,000, and the cover B's tend to be 1,500. These are both 500, so these are very limited. So it's $14.99 for cover A, $19.99 for cover B, and there is a bundle for $29.99. So as you could see, cover B is completely different from cover A. It's almost got a Dragon's Lair video game kind of cartoonish look to it. If you're old like me, you'll know the original Dragon's Lair arcade, so you'll kind of see it kind of has that feel to it. But I especially like that cover B. But might be something worth picking up, taking the chance on, especially something that limited. The next one, this is Invincible Red Sonja number 2. Again, limited to 500 copies. There's only one cover on this one. They both come with COAs. This has a $19.99 price tag. Now, there's nothing on Vampirella, but Dan over at Southside, and always I shout him out and thank you for the nice message about my wife's situation. I did not know that Vampirella is getting her own movie. I always wondered if they do that, especially these days with, people being so overly sensitive. Would a character that is so, scantily dressed be able to make a movie these days? Now, of course, they can always put a different kind of costume on her, but then it wouldn't really be Vampirella if they did it. But if you can find the original Vampirella #1, I forget the name of the publisher, but it was an independent publisher, and it was like magazine size. I actually happen to have the first issue. As a matter of fact, I have issue 2 and 3. That book would definitely be a book worth getting. Now, that book is already, it's expensive, but it's not $10,000 for a 0.5 expensive. But with the fact that Vampirella could be getting her own movie, is it a one-shot? Is it from a minor movie company? Or are they going to put effort into it? That remains to be seen, so who knows? But this will definitely increase the value of Vampirella comics. So if you're able to get her first issue, I would highly recommend it. Now, of course, there are going to be people out there that say, oh, it's too expensive, so they're not even going to try. If you are a person who's followed my channel and watches my videos, you see time and time again, I always find deals. Deals are out there. Unless you decide that you'll never find them, then you'll make that premonition come true, because you won't do anything to have it happen. You can make deals. The people that say they don't have the money, if you know somebody that has the comic, maybe if you do roofing, or maybe if you do their lawn, or do some kind of trade, you can always make things happen. You are limited to your thoughts and your passion. So don't start out with a discouragement or a negative thought, because then you basically make that come true. I'm not saying, wishful thinking, all of a sudden a Vampirella #1 is going to fall down from the sky and fall into your lap, but you do have to make an effort, and you will always get what you give. So if you put no energy out into the universe, it's not going to come back to you, or it's not going to come back to you the way you would like it to. So most of the world hopes, prays, wishes, dreams, and procrastinates, and then they wonder why nothing gets done. Because if you're hungry, wish for food all you want, pray for food all you want, and watch yourself starve to death. If you want food, you got to get off your butt and get it. So that's the best advice I can give you about this stuff. So Tracy is Best gave some great information here. Vampirella history, Warren Publishing, yes, so that's the original from 1969 to 1983. Then Harris Publications, 1991 to 2010, and Dynamite Entertainment from 2010 to present. So there's a lot of #1s out there, so if you cannot afford, or if you just feel like you cannot get the Vampirella, which again, I would highly recommend changing that thought process. There are different versions, and there are so many of those comics out there with variants you might love, covers you might love. Get what you can, and to me, I think a Vampirella movie, and this is just my opinion, you may differ, I think a Vampirella movie will be treated almost like what they did with Bloodshot. I am highly suspicious of the fact that this character will most likely be a one and done. Unless they get some major actress to play her, and they play true to the character, and they don't, get very timid about this character. Because, like I said, if you put her in armor, and you take away the costume that made her famous, the fans are not going to be happy about that. So this might be one of those times, as far as investment and speculation is concerned, that you may want to see the rise in the price, potentially sell the comic right before the movie starts, because I have a feeling if it's like the minor characters like Bloodshot and some others that they try to do, the hype is going to be right before the movie. The movie will probably be okay at best, probably won't make enough to make a sequel, and you'll see the prices drop again in a few months. So you can literally buy it back. So if you're a person that speculates and invests, that's a good opportunity to be able to sell a comic if you have it at a higher price. Of course, it depends on what you paid for it. Wait for the hype to blow down in a few months, and then you could buy it right back again, probably using half the money you used, and probably get a higher grade than you originally had. That's the way to upgrade your comics without spending any additional money. But, of course, when it comes to speculation, there are no guarantees, so always keep in mind that just because I give advice does not mean it's 100% going to happen. You know, I don't purposely try and lie to people, but, you know, I don't work in the movie industry, and I don't know how the movie is going to be made, so anything can happen. So keep in mind, if you are doing it for investments or speculation, you have to have a strong stomach, you have to be patient, and you have to do your own due diligence, do your own research, because if you don't, the only person in the long run that suffers is you, even if the person you listened to was giving the best advice that you thought was going to work. If you don't back it up or verify it or do your own research, person, again, you're hurting is yourself. So make sure you know that, and if you're going into investing and speculation purposes. Me, I already bought the first appearance of Vampirella a couple years ago, so that book is going to potentially get higher. So that might be a book I'll sell if they make a trailer. Remember, people can say a movie's going to get done or a character's going to be in a movie, and it doesn't happen. So until it happens, nothing's guaranteed. So again, you got to have a strong stomach to be able to speculate, because if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to fail more times than you succeed. You're never going to succeed 100% of the time. I have yet to see anybody that gets everything right. But if your average is a success more than you fail, then you're doing the right thing. If you look at my past track record of many characters I've recommended over the years, many of them have come to fruition, and the books have skyrocketed since even 3 years ago when I made those videos. Some of them haven't happened yet, some may never happen. But if you look at my track record, you could see that I'm pretty decent, if not good, at choosing what characters are going to make it or not. What you decide is up to you. Don't base my information on whether you like me or not. Base the information on whether either A, it resonates with you, or B, you verify it and you feel strongly with what I say. So those are the two books. Again, if you want to use Southside Comics to get those variants, go check out their website, especially if you've never used them before. Give a shout out to Dan, tell him you're coming from We Love Comics. Use those discount codes, save yourself a little money. As far as I know, those books are already available to purchase or pre-order, so you can go right now to their website if you so are inclined to do so. Don't forget to use those discount codes because you save yourself money. I don't make any percentage or anything, so it's not like I'm pushing it because I want you to buy something and I get a percentage. It doesn't work that way. The only thing I get is one of the comics that I mention. I do not get paid by them. I have no contract signed. Dan always shows me information about books that are up and coming, and I have the choice whether I want to show them to you guys or not. Because again, I look at it this way: if only one person likes it, then I helped one person, and to me that's a good thing. So if you've ever used Southside, let me know what you thought about them. Shout out to Dan. Go check those out. 21 people liked this video, so thank you so much for that. Let's do today's surprise subscriber shout outs. So we're going to go with Tracy is best for that information. So you are the first surprise subscriber shout out. And Guthlick Groland, who sent me a nice comment the other day explaining the situation from the previous video. I appreciate that. You're the second surprise subscriber shout out. So both of you, if you have YouTube channels, you could post the link to either a video or to your channel in the comments section. If you'd prefer to put a link to one of your social networks, you could do that instead. Or if you prefer to put a link to one of your sales, if you sell on eBay or Etsy or Amazon or any of those places, you could do that. I'll leave it up to you. Just keep in mind, I do have to approve them first, so they are not going to show up until I approve them. So if you're one of the people that browses the comment section, and I hope you do, if you see a link, it means it's been We Love Comics approved, so go check it out and support some of the other people in this community, because that's why I call this channel We Love Comics. So Give our shout-outs a shout-out. Leave a comment. Hit the like button before you leave. 25 people hit the like button out of 33 viewers, so thank you for that. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, it is not you, it is not I, it is We Love Comics. Happy Saturday, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you next video. Take care.